Do you think that all men and women are created equal? Do you believe that every American citizen should be treated equally under the law? Do you think all our votes should count the same, or should some votes count three-fifths the amount of other votes, or one-fifth, or one-tenth? Do you think that the citizens of Wyoming and Vermont and California and New York and Texas should all be treated equally under the law? Or do you think that some citizens should have more rights to vote than others? To ask the question is to answer it. Obviously, in democracy, the only fair way to decide who is, for example, President of the United States, is to count all the votes and see who gets the most votes. Had we done that in 2016, of course, Hillary Clinton would be our president today. She beat Donald Trump by more than 3 million votes. But even if you're a Trump supporter, ask yourself whether you really think a person who loses an election should become president of the United States. My name is Mark Levine, and I'm a member of the Virginia House of Delegates, the oldest elected body in the Western Hemisphere. We have an election in just 3 weeks. That's right, November 5th. See the poster? November 5th. 3 weeks. This year, 2019, we will have an election that will determine the balance of power in Virginia. Democrats currently have 49 out of 100 seats, 2 seats more, and we become a majority. And why does that matter to that first question I asked? Because if we get a majority in Virginia, my bill, currently HB 2422, it'll have a new name next year, my bill to abolish the Electoral College will become law in Virginia. And if it becomes law in states that total 270 electoral votes, we can get rid of the Electoral College forever. Now, currently, 196 electoral votes, states totaling that number, have already agreed that the president should be decided by the majority of the people and not by this archaic electoral college system set up by founders who didn't let women vote or white men without property vote, certainly didn't let slave votes. That system needs to go away. We need to become finally a democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. So if you believe that the national popular vote should count, if you believe that everyone should be created equal and treated equally under the law, I ask you to help me out. If you send a donation to markfordelegate.com/donate, I'm not keeping it because I don't have an opponent this fall, but I will be giving it to delegates who support changing the electoral vote system and giving us the national popular vote. And you might say, well, I don't live in Virginia. I live in California. I live in New York. I live in Utah. I live in Idaho. Why should I care? Why? Because I'm trying to give you power. If we change the electoral vote system in Virginia and all across the nation, then states that presidential candidates never visit, like Texas or California or Oklahoma or Utah or Maryland, states that you think your vote doesn't count because the most people vote the other way, they suddenly count. Your vote will suddenly count, even if you're a liberal in Texas, even if you're a conservative in California. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. If you think every vote should count and every voter should be counted and want to encourage people to participate in their elections, knowing that their vote could make the difference, then I urge you to please help us out in Virginia. Again, markfordelegate.com, markfordelegate.com/donate, and you too can be part of giving us the 51 votes we need in Virginia to change the United States forever and to finally give us a democracy. This is Mark Levine. Please help.